Hey folks, welcome back to Game Geeks. I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Today's episode, we're going to be reviewing two products from the Mutants and Masterminds core line, 3rd edition. The first, which is kind of going to get a short review just because we've reviewed its predecessor in some detail, the Mutants and Masterminds 3rd edition. This is the Deluxe Heroes Handbook, as well as Emerald City, which is the new sort of main campaign setting for the Mutants and Mastermind 3rd game. Brief bit of review. M&M 3 first saw the light of day as DC Adventures, which was sort of the first launch of the new rule set. It got its own rule set. We've reviewed both of those back in Game Geek. Go take a look if you're interested. With the new Heroes Handbook, what you get in this is a combination of a lot of things that have come before. You get a slightly updated version of the rules. I think a little bit of errata has been included, a couple of typos fixed up here and there. But they've also gone ahead and spot welded in the quick character generator, which was originally found in the GM's screen and the GM's sort of help guide, which asks you a series of questions, almost like a personality test, and then adds up the different pieces for Mutants and Masterminds 3rd to give you a hero that you want to play among a broad archetype. The archetypes include Battlesuit, Energy Controller, Shapeshifter, Warrior, Weather Controller, etc. With all of the varieties in here, I'm not going to call it unlimited because I'm a scientist and I know that infinity is a really freaking high number, but it does give you a whole lot of options for you to play with so that you could all play constructs if you wanted to, but each one would have a slightly different focus and therefore be a different playable character. The M&M rules themselves streamline down to a single D20. There are no damage rules. Damage is static but variable based on how well you do. There are 8 attributes instead of your standard 6. Those include strength, stamina, agility, dexterity, split up based on full body versus hand-eye coordination. Fighting is its own attribute. Intellect, awareness, and presence. One of the stranger pieces about it is willpower is now based on awareness, kind of hearkening back to the original Westing games where I saw that for the first time in the Star Wars D6. The powers are broad, but they give you enough specific examples that it's easy to work with, and some adventures and non-player characters tacked in at the back. Emerald City gives its first look at a campaign world for Mutants and Masterminds 3rd. It is different from Freedom City, which is what you saw in M&M 1 and 2, which had a real Silver Age feel to it. This has a modern age campaign setting feel. It gives you the signature characters for the Emerald City campaign. These include everything from the juvenile kid robot to Mongrel, a shape-shifting EMT, Princess, the pretty powerhouse, Xeno, the alien visitor from another world, all of these fitting in the broad archetypes needed for a superheroic setting. Your players could certainly use these. They're all balanced to the PL10 150 point mark. Or they can be NPCs, or they're given options as being villains as well, or solo heroes, which I thought was interesting. Something you don't think of much in role-playing games because normally there's more than one person, but if you really wanted to do it as a solo game, there you go. Every one of these has tie-ins to one of the factions, organizations pre-built into the backstory of Emerald City, a very well-detailed fictional city that I think is fairly based off of Seattle and other West Coast current metropoli. Finally, you get into an extended campaign which deals with the Silver Storm, which is why there are so many supers in Emerald City right now, and how your players can play a role in setting up that campaign. I like Mutant Masterminds 3rd quite a bit. It is not particularly rules light. There's a lot you need to remember in terms of the conditions, how combat works. It takes a few sessions to get it under your belt. I think we're handling it nicely with our current campaign that we're playing. If you want a good supers campaign, if you want an all-in-one heroes book, you really cannot go wrong with the Deluxe Heroes Handbook, just in terms of the versatility and options that it gives you. And if you're also looking for a city setting and you want it to be more modern than, say, 4-color Silver Age, I think Emerald City is a really good place for you to stop and look. For Game Geeks, I'm your host, Kurt Wiegel. Good day and good gaming.